Well, what do you know? If it ain't my Aries people. How you doing? It's time for your April exclusive reading. Are you excited? I'm excited. It's Aries season. Happy birthday, my Aries people. Super stoked for you. Well, let's get you a little April exclusive, okay? I decided to title it differently because, I don't know, to me, it's just a little bit different than the bonuses. That's just to me, though. It's kind of just a personal thing with me. Bonuses I do to see if I can get details that I might have missed in the last reading. This right here is just mainly to widen the understanding, if that makes any sense. Give you a better understanding of the story. At least that's my intention. Is that always the way it comes through? No. Sometimes it could tell a totally different story. You never really know. Greatly appreciate y'all for tuning in, though. Hey, y'all are learning patience, and universe knows it. That's why you're not waiting to last each time now. Anyway, if you do stay tuned until the end of the video, we will roll the sign selector again to see who comes up next. But until then, you know we got to talk about the description of the video real quick. Information for scheduling personal readings is in the description of the video. How to get your hands on and discounts on Alpha Brain is in the description of the video. My social media is in the description of the video. And don't forget live 2222 mini readings. Don't forget that. They're read live on my second channel. That's in the description of the video. Okay, we're done. All right, we're done. Less than 2 minutes. I still made it. Anyway, what do we got for my Aries people? Ooh, 3 of Cups just jumped out. That was quick, too. That was real quick. So I didn't even get the chance to finish asking what I wanted. That's very Aries-like, right? That's one of your all's favorite habits of mine, by the way, is when you just cut somebody off mid-sentence thinking you know what they're going to say, and you draw a conclusion right there. I love that when you do that, Aries. I love it when you all do that. Okay, well, that's what your energy decided to do for me. The 3 of Cups just jumped right out before I even got done talking. So let's get 3 shuffles. We can get into this. Here's 1, 2, and 3. Some of y'all could be dealing with a third party situation. Some of y'all could be dealing with a water sign. Some of y'all could be dealing with a Cancer. The Cancer card is the overall energy here. Either way, though. Either way. Making forward movement for sure. And I love this, dude. I love this right here. This is my favorite card because this is the goal we are trying to reach. Okay? This is the goal we are reaching. So the person that you are dealing with here, they don't take this seriously anymore. Not really. It's kind of like a silly game. Thanks, David, for that super chat. Appreciate it. It's kind of like a silly game at this point. Okay? It could be a Leo that you're dealing with as well. But I feel like the person you're dealing with still carries the burden of this right here, but they don't want you to know. They want you to think it's all good and well. They want you to think that, it's all good and well. No problems here. I'm handling this just fine. Oh, they're really not, though. They're really not. Okay? Some of y'all could be at a distance from this person. But either way, I definitely feel like there's a big wall between the two of you. Even if you live in the same house with them, there's still some sort of distance. If it's not physical, it's definitely psychological and emotional. There's definitely a big wall between the two of you. Okay, but you are stepping into your own independence, though. Okay, and for the longest time, I think a lot of you were confusing 9 of Pentacles for 9 of Cups. A lot of people do that. A lot of people do that. A lot of people think, well, I can survive just fine by myself. Right? But you're actually lonely on the inside. We talk about this a lot. 9 of Pentacles and 9 of Cups aren't the same thing. Okay? They're both a virtue, but they're not the same thing. And I think you're finally in that 9 of Cups. You know what? Nothing but drama. Nothing but drama and bullshit comes my way every time I try to go pursue another person or another relationship. So you know what? I'm good with me. Queen of Wands, 9 of Cups. I'm good with me. New things coming in, old things phasing out for my Aries people. Hey, and I think that unless you are just really lost, unless you just have absolutely no idea what's going on, which most people don't. I mean, that's fine. Most people have no clue what's going on right now. But unless you have no sense of foresight in your own life, I would say most of us have new things coming in and old things phasing out, right? It's kind of what's going on right now by default, I would say. New things coming in, old things phasing out. I love it. But not love, though. I don't know. Those of you who are getting out of a love situation, I don't really know if you all are in a hurry to just jump into another one. Which is cool. That Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups reversed is much like just turn and run and say fuck it type of energy, you know? So look at the person that you're dealing with, though. Let's look at the person that you are dealing with. Person, people, and or situations playing the biggest influence on my Aries people. And we'll see how they view this situation. Three of Pentacles, again, could be a third-party situation. Damn it, I had a go-go juice. Oh, well. All right, let's get 3 shuffles. Here's 1. 2. And 3. Boom! 6 of Cups. Oh, they miss you, Aries. Oh, they miss you. And they're heartbroken. I think this is a very karmic cycle that you are dealing with here. It could be a Capricorn you're dealing with. Whatever it is, though, it's very unhealthy. The two of you. See, Nine of Cups reversed is where it starts. It starts with emotional codependence. And then, like, dependence and, like, addiction are very... They're right there, dude. You know what I mean? They're right there. In this, it's become like emotional codependence on steroids is what this is. Like, I need another person to make me feel fulfilled, right? I need it. I'm so blind and so lost and have no clue where my own sense of fulfillment is. I need another person, you know? Again, very, very karmic in nature. Now, those of you who have not heard me talk about what karma is, this does not mean that this was a punishment. This doesn't mean that there's some higher power up there spanking your butt for something you did wrong. That's the way it fucking works. That's just not the way it works. It does not mean that this person has to be in an unhealthy situation with you. It's just that most of them are. Most karmic partners, I don't know, not all of them though. Do you know some of the most successful relationships on this planet are karmic partners? The only thing karma means is it didn't work in the last life, so we're trying it again in this life. That's all it means. And there's a lot of you who right now are on like, oh, your 100th lifetime with a person trying to figure it out. Well, we were husband and wife in the last life. We were brother and sister in the life before that. We were cousins in the life before that. We were, hey, I was his dog and he was my owner in the life before that. It's a vibrational tapestry we're weaving here, okay? That's what we're really doing. We are not getting jobs, getting into relationships, going out and mingling and playing games. We're not doing all that. What we're really doing is weaving a vibrational tapestry. That's what we're doing here, okay? And a lot of times, oops, we didn't quite get it right, did we? Let's go try it again. Wheel of Fortune reverse. But at this point, it doesn't really matter because it's next to the Death card. Could have been a Scorpio you were dealing with as well, all right? They are still burdened and heartbroken by this. They are still very obsessed with you. They're still very obsessed with you, okay? But again, it's done. It's a done dollar, okay? Even if you all could come back together, even if you tried it again, which some of you will, the work needed to put into the situation to actually get the plane in the air is not being put in. And what is that, ladies and gentlemen? What is that work? What is it? Inner work. It's always work that needs to be done in here. Every time. Every time, okay? I don't care what happened. It's a universal law, okay? There's a lot of people out there that think they can outsmart the universe. They think they can manipulate the universe. They think they can, oh, the universe makes exceptions because I'm different. No, you fucking don't. It's not the way it works. So, the work that needs to be done is inner work, okay? Which means you must be the change you want to see. And a lot of us can't do that, especially if somebody did something wrong to you. A lot of times that's a spiritual test. And this tests your spiritual evolution as to how you respond to that. But it wasn't me that did it, it was them. Well, I get it. But the test was to see how you would respond to it. If you're not responding to it very well, then you didn't pass the test. Well, that's not fair. Nobody said it was. That's not the point. You know what I mean? So that right there, excuse me, one, the other, or both of you, is refusing to go in and say, okay, what can I fix? What can I do better? How can I respond better? How can I react better? What did I do wrong? Because if any of you, Aries, cross watcher, I don't care who you are, anybody looks inside themselves and says, I'm perfect, I don't need to fix anything, I promise you, you're the problem. You're the problem. Anybody looks inside and says, nothing wrong with me, everybody else out here is the problem, I got news for you. No, you're the problem, I promise you. If that's the way you think. All right, well, let's look at timelines moving forward and new things coming in. Timelines moving forward and new things coming in from my Aries people. What are you going to do? You going to allow some new things to come in? Or are you going to cave and break and go back to this old stuff? You're going to cave and break and go back to the old stuff, or allow new stuff to come in? What you going to do, my Aries people? What you going to do? What you going to do? New stuff or old stuff? Tell me. Past person or new stuff? Stick swinging. All right. Okay. Well, no, not Aries. Swinging sticks? No, I never would have thunk it in a million years. Let's get 5 shuffles, goofballs. Here's 1, 2. Thanks, David, for that super chat. 3. 2 more. The Fool. New stuff coming in. All right. It requires a leap. Okay? What kind of leap does it require, ladies and gentlemen? What kind of leap does it require? A leap of faith. Okay? A leap of faith. You have to actually have the faith that it's going to work out somehow, with no evidence to prove it. Okay? No evidence to prove that it is or is not. Okay? I do think that some of you are going to be dealing with the past coming and nipping at your shoulders. Okay? I don't know who it is. I don't know if it's you who can't quite shake the past, or if it's the past coming to chase after you. But whoever it is that's still trying to tie hooks into the past, you're wasting your time, okay? It's going to fail miserably, okay? There's no point. Taking off like a bat out of hell, all right? Which is good, that's good. But right now, you're kind of imbalanced, Aries. And right now, and look, I knew it, dude. I knew it at the beginning of this reading. 9 of Pentacles. That's good, okay? Do not ever confuse this for 9 of Cups, okay? Like I've said before, the formula for attracting true love. I explained to you, you've heard the formula a million times, and I explain this to my personal clients all day, every day. Okay? Megan, thank you for that super chat. Appreciate it. The formula you've heard a million times. You must first love yourself. Okay? Well, I break down the science behind that and explain why. Because you've all heard that. You've all heard that you must first love yourself. And I did a video on it called How to Manifest a Successful Relationship. You know how many people showed up in the comments and said, I've been happy and single for years. How come a relationship hasn't shown up? If you were happy and single, why would you be watching a video on how to manifest a relationship? You're 9 of Pentacles, not 9 of Cups. You may be single and you may be able to do it very well. That doesn't mean you're happy. That doesn't mean you are fulfilled. Okay, when your cup is full and you actually love yourself, that radiates off of you. You don't even have to say anything, dude. You can just walk through a room and you reek of, I'm not interested. And for some weird reason, I don't think any of us really know exactly why, but that's attractive. Oh yeah, it is. Oh yeah, it is. That's attractive. There's something intriguing about what it seems like we can't have. There's something intriguing about something that appears to be out of our reach, or something that seems like it's a challenge. And then as soon as it's no longer a challenge, or as soon as we get our hands on it, it's not as special as I thought it was. Never mind, right? You know, you've noticed that. Well, I think you're finally stepping into being on the other side of that fence, Aries. You're not pursuing anything or anyone anymore. Oh no. Now you are playing run away from love. And if that's the game you're playing, the universe has no choice but to send love chasing after you. It's just the way it works. Page of Wands. All right, some of y'all could have another fire sign headed in your way, but again, you still got this past shit nipping at your heels. Now, Aries people, Aries. Let me talk to you real quick. All right? You know that there are people out there who target people like you just to get a reaction out of you, okay? Because that's the only thing that gives them something to do, is getting reactions out of people. And getting a reaction out of you, my Aries people, is like shooting fish in a barrel, okay? Not a hard thing to do at all. At all. So I believe, like you all hear me say almost every video, that it is our responsibility as individuals to identify the challenges that come along with our sign and make it a point to surmount them, okay? So, not everything needs a reaction. If the past is coming back nipping at you, it is your responsibility to choke off its energy source, okay? Every last one of us, I don't care, again, Aries, cross watchers, Virgos, Scorpios, Aquarians, whoever you are, I don't care who you are. You have a list of challenges, and you have a list of certain types of people that you attract that complement those challenges, and it's up to you to identify them and conquer them, okay? That's one of them, my Aries people. You all tend to attract a lot of people who enjoy getting a rise out of you, just because it's so fucking easy to do, okay? It's your job to learn to master that, to zip. And hey, some of you already have, okay? So if you've already learned that, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, okay? Some of you all, this is your 1000th lifetime as an Aries, and you finally got it down. You finally got it down, right? Oh, yeah. However, there's a lot of my Aries people who are watching me right now who are having a very difficult time shaking the past. And that's the reason why, because they come back and they, and you just can't help but react to it. And they know this. They know this, and they use that against you, and you let them do it. I know there's a large number of you. Out of 324, there's at least one of you watching me who's dealing with that right now, aren't you? Yeah, you are. Identify yourself. I know you're in here. Anyway, let's look at things to watch out for. Things to watch out for moving forward. And advice. You know me. I'm the advice man. Advice. So what should I call my channel? I'm thinking about doing some tweaks to my channel. Maybe a new profile picture, maybe a new name. I'm not taking my name out of it, but I don't know. Advice tarot, life coaching tarot, something like that. Because there's a lot more life coaching than anything going on in my reading. You know? In my opinion, it's just boring. The tarot readers who just read like this linear thread of causality that might possibly happen. But dude, we live in an infinite sea of potential is what we live in right now. For me to just like read this one little thread of causality that may be happening, it's boring, dude. Can't do it, man. Can't do it. Bam! 7 of Swords in the reverse. All right. Let's get 5 shuffles here. Watch out for people who are constantly trying to guilt trip you. I think we just talked about that, didn't we? Let's get 4 shuffles. Here's 1. 2, 3, and 4. Oops. All right, watch it. Hey, and whether you know this person or you are this person, watch out for people who fire the gun first and ask questions later. Hey, some of you may not be that person, like I said. Some of my Aries people have actually moved on beyond that. And hey, so wait. You know? So wait. Anywho, watch out for people who are constantly trying to breathe life into a dead rose, ladies and gentlemen. Watch out for people who do not know what they're passionate about. And not just who do not know, okay? That's kind of understandable, okay? Because we're very, very indoctrinated. We are, as humans. All of us are, okay? But you don't even have any desire to find out what you're passionate about. You're passionate about something. I don't care how stupid it is. I don't care if you're passionate about making Ninja Turtles out of clay. Follow it. Don't have any expectations. There's no ultimatums here. Like, oh, well, if I follow my passion, I better make a career out of it. Why? You know money loves fire, right? So 9 times out of 10, if you're following your passion just for the sake of passion, money will probably follow you. Very, very, very likely. Very likely. Watch out for people who cannot tell the difference between their ego and their intuition. Okay? It's just that, look, y'all. Y'all have heard me say this before. Your ego is not bad, and your intuition is not good. Not necessarily. It depends on what you choose to do with them. You know that some of the most successful criminals that ever lived were highly intuitive, right? They used their intuition for the wrong things. Oh yeah. Just because you're highly intuitive doesn't mean that you're this, ooh la 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 la, light shining down. It doesn't necessarily. It can, but not necessarily. Okay? What we are doing here is we are distinguishing the difference between the two. Because what we need to do is we need to get the ego and the intuition working together on the same team. Because the ego has this thing that it likes to do, where it thinks it knows every goddamn thing. It just thinks it knows everything. And it's so damn stupid, man. Poor little ego. It's so stupid. You got to give it credit for trying, okay? But all it really knows how to do is keep itself safe. But it can only process. This smallest amount of information, dude. So you have one or two choices. You either follow your intuition and ignore your fear, or follow your fear and ignore your intuition. If you follow your intuition, yes, your ego is still going to get scared. Okay, that's part of it. But what happens, the more you follow your intuition and don't let fear make decisions for you, the more you follow your intuition, the more the ego is kind of like, oh yeah, maybe that little voice knows a thing or two. I can't figure this out. The only thing the ego knows how to do is try to protect itself. The only thing the ego can create is more of what it's already learned. All it is a record of the past. Okay? Your intuition is a record of the past, present, and future all at the same time. Okay? And everything that could possibly ever happen. Your intuition, your higher self, has got the whole ball of wax. Okay? Your ego, all it knows is one string of the past. That's all the ego knows. It's just like a thread of past. It's like a thread hanging behind you. Is all your ego is, you know? So after a while, after the ego starts to learn, oh, once I follow that annoying little voice that won't shut up, if I actually listen to it, somehow things work out. Maybe I don't have to work so hard. Maybe I don't have to worry so much. Maybe I can just take the RPMs down a few notches and just coast along, because every time I listen to this little voice here, somehow things work out. You know what? I think me and you are going to start working together more often. Cool, I'm down with this. Oh yeah. That's how you make anxiety go away. You fuel anxiety by making fear-based decisions. You lose anxiety by not letting your fear make decisions for you. After a while, the ego starts to learn that higher self knows a thing or two. Okay? Anywho, I feel like the messages my Aries people needed to hear have come through. I hope that resonated for everybody. If it didn't, which it won't, check your moon, your rising, and your Venus. But even if it didn't, I hope that everybody watching at least took one thing from this video that they could use to apply in their day-to-day life and actually sit back and witness real changes happen. Okay, that's my real mission here on YouTube and in this life right now, especially during this shift that we're in. Okay, because it's about to get interesting, ladies and gentlemen, if it hasn't already. Oh, just buckle your seatbelts and put on your glasses. It might be debris flying through the air. Now let's roll a little sign selector and see who's coming up next. Boy, we're rolling through these. We now have Taurus, Gemini, Leo, Libra, Capricorn, and Aquarius. All right. Do. Oh, Sagittarius. Oh, they've already been done. Saggy-waggy has been done. Oops, sorry, Saggies. Boom, 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 boom. Taurus. My Taurus people. If you know a Taurus, tell them to tune in. Okay, their reading is up next. Seemed like there was something else I wanted to babble about. I don't remember. Oh well, must not be important. Anywho, yeah, so I will turn your attention again to the description of the video before we head out of here. And that is where you get information on scheduling personal readings. That's where you get information on my favorite supplement in the world, Alpha Brain. I'm about to do another review here, probably tomorrow or Sunday, one of the two, somewhere here, on Alpha Brain Instinct. Okay, that stuff is amazing. Also, New Mood, pretty much anything that these people put out is absolutely phenomenal, dude. And yeah, discounts on it with my promo code and all that good stuff is in the description of the video. You never catch me on camera without taking this, I promise you that. Okay, anyway though, I am going to go ahead and get out of here now. I greatly appreciate everybody that tuned in with the likes and the comments and the super chats and all that good jazz. I'll see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity, okay? Have a good one.